In this video, we're going to be working on basic cleanups with the facial features. First thing we want to work on is actually creating a new layer for all of these enhancements of the facial features. So at the bottom of the layers panel, just simply click on the new layer dialog. This new layer is completely empty. We want to name this by double clicking on the actual name and name this cleanup. Now when we're working in the toolbox over on the left hand side, we can then use the spot healing brush as our first tool to work with. Make sure that constant aware is selected as well as sample all layers. We want to get in nice and close to be able to get a good visual of the facial features in editing. So using the Command plus key, tap that several times to get to 100%, spacebar and drag to get in close. And then make sure that your brush size using the left or right bracket is nice and small to work on any type of blemishes or stray hairs that work in place. So we have a couple stray hairs here. We could just simply drag across and over these elements, and Photoshop works its magic on cleaning up those areas without them even being noticed that they were there in the first place. In addition to that, we can then move across any type of wrinkles that we want to no longer have within the face, as well as moving across with anything that really stands out at this stage, and just simply moving back and forth with the length and shortness of your motions with the mouse or the Wacom pen, using the spacebar, then just dragging across and moving up to other sections of the face and just simply dragging across. If you get to an area that's a little bit larger, you can then use the clone stamp tool, which is two tools down. Once again, make sure that all layers is selected as well as align sample, making sure that your brush is about the size that you want to replace. Move to an area that you want to replace that section, press the Option key, and then just move over the other area and it works its magic. Same thing on to this side here. We want to replace that, find an area of skin tone that works well, and just simply move across. Then moving back to the spot healing brush tool, just simply moving back and forth. You can check your progress by clicking on the Command minus key, maybe to about 50%. And then at this stage, you could just click on the visibility of the cleanup layer, and then you can actually see the before and after. And if you click on the visibility of the background, it actually shows you the effects that you're working on that separate layer itself. If the effects are a little bit too strong in the cleanup layer, this is where you can then lower the opacity of that particular layer. So at this stage, we are creating a separate layer for cleanup using the spot healing brush. You can also use the healing brush tool as well as the clone brush tool from previous tutorials that show you these particular steps.